videos recently. First and foremost, I would like to give a little bit of a warning. I just checked my YouTube feed where I uploaded all my videos and scheduled them in for the upcoming few months, and I just noticed that I had 5 demonetized videos in a row, which were just custom lightsaber reviews as you know them from me, which are mostly without cursing, bad words or anything horrible. I just had 5 of them in a row that were demonetized for unknown reasons. I didn't even have them live on the channel yet, and they're already demonetized, so I requested a manual check. I think what really is horrible at the moment is the YouTube demonetizing bot that looks at any content that is potential harmful or bad, and I'm truly worried about the future of my channel in terms of monetization and Ultrasabers giveaways, because I just don't know how I can afford that if YouTube decides to demonetize all the videos and I cannot buy any of the Ultrasabers giveaway sabers anymore. That would be absolutely horrible, because I cannot pay them from my own pocket. No, it's already so expensive to buy all these lightsabers, to do reviews, etc. Now, of course, I sell them every time after I do the review, so I don't lose too much money and I can keep making new videos, because I'm just an average Joe. I don't come from a wealthy family, I'm not loaded, I just work in IT, shitty salary, and basically it's a really expensive hobby, right? And I'm not here to make money for myself. I just enjoy the hobby and want to share the love for the hobby by doing these awesome giveaways, which basically helps the channel to grow and basically hopefully get more revenue in, so I can do more lightsaber giveaways of higher quality, maybe Vader's Vault lightsaber giveaways in the future. But if YouTube decides to demonetize all my videos, then I will never make any money to actually purchase those things. So I don't know yet. It was really freaky, because there's like 5 videos of just Saberforge lightsabers that I recently did an unboxing video for, and a full review, which you guys cannot see yet because they're behind scheduling for the coming few months. But it's really sad to immediately see them in the yellow state, so I basically means that I would not get any money from it, so I have to ask a review. They do it manually, and I already noticed that also with another channel update that I recently did. It was just 200 views I got on that channel update, but nonetheless I didn't get any revenue. And I remember what I was thinking, what did I say wrong in that channel update video, because I talked about Saberforge and stuff like that, and then I thought, oh wait, I mentioned VidMe. And I'm 100% sure now I said VidMe, this video will be demonetized as well, and then I have to request the monetization again. I also noticed that my gaming videos got demonetized. Let's say the Star Wars The Old Republic live gameplay, which was just family friendly, nothing weird. And also I had like a Black Series Rey action figure review which got demonetized. Rey, for all that matters. I mean, what? So really weird stuff going on with YouTube. This is definitely not just some people ranting and wanting some attention. This is actually happening, so that's pretty shit, to be honest. This whole situation. I hope I can get them monetized again, because it's not much, guys. I was literally talking maybe $0.50, $1 per video. That is how much I make on my videos on average over the 2-year span. It's really small amounts, but all those small amounts are counted and contribute to the fact that I could do 3 Ultrasabers giveaways by now, and I worked my ass off for 2 years to actually fund that 3 Ultrasabers giveaways from that money. That was all the money that I got from it, from my 2 years on YouTube, and I spent that on actually doing the giveaway sabers. Nothing else. Nothing went in my own pocket. I didn't buy a cool lightsaber for myself. Didn't treat myself. That was purely to give back to you guys. So the 4th one will be done as well in that fashion, but it's really gonna depend if I gonna get still money from YouTube, because every 3-4 months I maybe make let's say around 70-80 US dollar, maybe 80 US dollar every 4 months. So there's absolutely very little amount of money. Of course, it's, you can say, argue, oh, it's free money, right? Nah, it's arguably free money, but I need to get the views, and in order to make the views and make you guys subscribe, I need to give the content, which is custom sabers. I need to purchase them, etc., which is really expensive. So I like to do that, but yeah, this is the only way. Anyway, really sad story. Don't want to talk too much about that whole dynamization problem. You can find a lot of YouTubers information on that, and those guys can explain it very clearly for you. So if you want to know more about that whole issue now, just check that out. If you're a YouTuber as well, let me know if your videos also get demonetized. We're here to do live commenting on the videos that I've been uploading recently. So we got a whole bunch here. I just do it in this overview. It's a little bit easier for me than browsing on the individual videos. So Laguna Leonhardt says they bring back so many good memories. This game was for me for a number of years, and it was so awesome. Also, I have the horseman mount. Lol, damn it, I want that mount. I really want that mount. I want that mount for years. For years I want to have that mount. He's replying to the recently uploaded World of Warcraft live gameplay. Was earlier today in this t-shirt. Yeah, it's the same haircut, everything. And then I did an upload for the Vader's Vault Tor Orange LED, so you guys have an idea how it looks like in person. Well, in person, on video. And so you guys gave me some comments here. Jonathan says, great video as always. Thank you, Jonathan. JC the Blind Knight Jedi say, don't quote on me, but I think you have been practicing your spinning. Absolutely. I love to spin around. I'll enjoy your videos as well. If you guys are wondering, just check out JC the Blind Jedi. He's doing all kinds of videos regarding lightsaber stances and spinning, etc. So it's really informative and fun to watch. Then we had some review from the grilled cheese zombie. Do your reviews however you want, but I like the sort of selection editing you've been doing with a rhythm and a point to each segment. I know what you mean though. YouTube viewership is a fickle animal. Either way, just keep making the kind of content you make sure happy. Thank you very much, grilled cheese zombie. I really appreciate that. And actually, because of your comment, and I was recently looking into some of my videos that I still need to edit. I was a little bit lazy on it, and was like, yeah, actually, this is part of the hobby for me, part of the passion. Why do I give it up so much and so easy? So I'm gonna continue doing the edits for the really cool lightsabers, like for example the Darth Alice Slim Coda, which I will have an awesome edit video for. The Sabertrio lightsaber will have a really good edit video, and some other videos as well. I'm gonna do more of a mixture where I also have the easy stuff, so I can make easy videos as well, because I can see it's really paying off. I don't want to get too much into the direction of some of the YouTubers and make a video every day about blade plugs or MAS parts, because that is a little bit overkill and it just clutters the search engine from YouTube, because a lot of people actually daily, like myself, looking for Ultrasaber reviews and Saberforge reviews and seeing the same people over and over and over with the same exact style of videos, just reviewing a different MIS pommel number 5 and then spend a whole video about it, and the next day again and again and again and again. It's a little bit too much, I'm sorry, but that is just then you just basically polluting the YouTube channel with a little bit crap. That's my personal opinion. I'm sorry if I say so. But I do gonna get a little bit more in the more active video editing, more videos, more drawing a lightsaber into a topic and say, hey, how about this lightsaber from this type of canon, non-canon, movie, toy related character of Star Wars, and have a talk about that more in depth. And I think that will be more fun to do. I really want to keep pushing more videos that are of high quality, of course. So I'm now stacking up all my videos till December, because of course the upcoming The Last Jedi movie, and I want to just have every weekend want to have at least 2 custom saber videos, so either an unboxing and a full review of 2 different sabers. So I try to match up different sabers and do that on the weekly basis. So we have till to December, we have 2 videos, and after that we will slow the pace down a little bit to 1 video a week again, either an unboxing video, full review video, and of course the live gaming streams. I like to do it, so we're gonna spend more time on that as well. And you guys know that the toy reviews, I taking a step back from that. The views are not there. Also, I like the toys, but it's just cluttering up my space in the house, and I don't do really much with them anyway. It's just like, yeah, I don't want to waste too much money on that. So let's move on. And then we have the Saberforge shit exalted video, which was well received. Quite a bit of thumbs up, a few thumbs down, of course, from the haters. Expected, of course. Not everybody will cherish my opinion about Saberforge. So there are some people that really drink a lot of Saberforge Kool-Aid, and they absolutely love Saberforge. All props to you. I still think you're a good person. You're still my friend if you want to be, but I'm just not in that same stance as you. And he said, although this is a good review, but you are overly picky about the smallest issue. I don't think that's really the case. If you relate it to money and you pay 300, 400, 500 US dollar for a Saberforge saber, you might be picky. Yes, you may be picky, and having a rattling LED unit in a saber and tin neck that screws in and out, is that overly picky? I don't think so. That is just a general issue with the quality. Again, people have very different mindsets of what is overly picky and what is a constructive feedback, or maybe overly complainy. Maybe I'm perceived as overly complainy, but for that kind of money, it should just be good. And maybe for Husky Airsoft, he's fine if it's all glued together or falls apart. He's okay with that. Sure, no problem. I respect your opinion. I just cannot agree with that personally. Sorry. And then we have some replies here regarding the giveaway. I'm sorry, George, you're looking now. Sorry you didn't win. And then we got a reply from Joshua, another YouTuber. Oh, you got your Exalted sorted out then. It's sorted out, yeah. Actually, the Exalted is gone. I did a trade for the Exalted for another secondhand saber that I'm receiving now. Somebody was interested in that saber. I wasn't interested in their saber, so we did a swap. First time I'm trying that, so hopefully it works out. In between, I see the live chat, so we're gonna answer the live chat as well. ROC is asking, how are your Wonderforce and the Pachstore sabers holding up? I have one and just wondering, will there be any focus on more budget sabers review? Absolutely. Fantastic sabers, they're still holding up strong. And the Pachstore Wonderforce did an amazing job. Aaron Lin is a fantastic person, and he really makes sure that his sabers are from fantastic quality. I will doing more reviews. Actually, I already did a bunch of reviews on his products. I just lined them up over the coming few months before the videos is being released on YouTube, and that's just taken a little bit of time. And the reason for that being is I just want to plan a schedule out every week a video, and I don't want to overburden you guys with maybe 10-20 videos in one time and then have a month on the end have no content. I really hate that. When I like a YouTuber and I get into their content, I really get into it. I'm like, yeah, oh, I'm looking forward to a new video, and then weeks of silence or months of silence. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. There's some YouTubers that do that, which I absolutely love, but I just cannot stand the anticipation on the next videos. Like, I'm like, dude, make a new video, please. A good example is Frankie on PC 1080. I'm not sure if you guys know that, a gamer YouTuber. He makes awesome content, but he's radio silence for months on end, and then makes 1-2 videos and then totally gone off the radar again. And it's just horrible for your subscribers, and also horrible for anybody liking that content. ROC also says, speaking of toys, how about getting this and a review on it? Which toy? Sorry. Oh, the Elite Praetorian Guard double blade Star Wars The Last Jedi toy. I might get it. I see them in the Toys R Us etc. now, and they look cool. But yeah, in general, the YouTube views, it's sometimes weird. Sometimes I get like 600, 800 views on Black Series figures, and sometimes just 30 views. Because I'm not really a toy reviewer or game reviewer, and it doesn't matter because this is my personal YouTube channel where I just like to share my hobby, etc. But I don't know yet. I might pick them up. Moving on, sorry, okay, we got some more replies on the tin neck lightsaber video that I recently made. It was well received as well. Just compared some of the tin necks that I had available at the time. I like the tin neck sabers as well, and this is by Jackson Fright. I do have to say that the core band kits can get expensive very fast. The 3D printed chassis are costly, and you almost have to have a chassis that's built specifically for the hilt, as there's not much space for installs. It seems to buy I seem to buy the Corbin hilts and accessories and then try to install. Put it down for a while and try it again before I'm done, as the installers are a bit tricky. Great video. Absolutely, that's true. The initial purchase of these Corbin kits are very affordable. Sorry, but it can become quite expensive very quickly for the sheer reason that Jackson says is you need to buy a very specific chassis, because the inner diameter of the core band sometimes are very small and very compact, and it's really a bit weird at times because the hilt OD itself is quite thick. Should be a lot of okay, let's not do that. Sorry, there should be a lot of space inside the hilt, but for some reason the actual inner usable diameter is a lot smaller, so you have to work with a more of a cram fu type of mindset, and it's just a little bit difficult. Installations of it's always overestimated. Like, I always very eager to buy these core band kits. I love them. Often I just keep them empty, put them on my shelves, and just hold them and play with them, and then dream about one time I'm gonna do that installation myself. Yeah, and then I calculate the price and okay, what kind of soundboard do I want to have it? Okay, let's do a Nana Biscotti 4. Let's get that nice 3D printed chassis, LED units, LED, this. Wow. Okay. Okay, that's almost $200. This is gonna be almost $500 for me. And then I think, okay, well, you know what? Maybe I just ask somebody else to install it, because I'm not that great with installations. So I asked like one of the famous installation guys, and then it's like they charge you like $250 for just the labor. Like, wow, this hilt's gonna cost me $600-700. I don't know. Just keep it empty for now. We will see in the future. It's true. But yeah, maybe that particular core band hilt is just that's the hilt that you really want to have. That's maybe a Canon hilt or whatnot, and for you that is the most important hilt ever. Then of course it makes sense to spend that kind of money. But for me, it's like it looks nice on the shelf empty as well. And yeah, you can make it as expensive as you want. You can also just install with a stunt saber and maybe a JQ Spectra board or stunts board, and have fun with that. I mean, that will work as well. Some more replies, and then Dart Parker says, I noticed you did not include the Big Boy by Sabercraft. I have one and I have to say it's awesome. Absolutely, very cool saber. I hope in one day I can actually do a review on the Big Boy. I would love to do that. It's just amazing saber. I love the control section on that saber, on the Big Boy. I love that everything is pre-wired. It comes with a chassis as well, if I'm not mistaken. It's super installation friendly. It's the most convenient do-yourself hilt that I ever seen. Really good design, very high and crafted CNC milled as well, and it comes from a strange place. Like, I never would expect some high quality lightsaber to come from Turkey, with all due respect of course. Maybe it sounds a little bit racist, but we have a little bit of a problem with Turkish people in my country, and maybe you guys never experienced that, but wow. So in general, I have not a very good picture of people from Turkey. So but that is something else. I don't want to bring that too much up, but it's a saber that I definitely want to do a review on. Probably gonna get my hands on it one day or another and do that as well. Then we have some more replies. We have Army Medic 1975 replying on my Vader's Fold Red Full review, which I done recently, which I was kind of proud on the editing. I thought, yeah, I got some nice editing going on. It's getting better, my quality of editing. So it's like, yeah. He said, curious to know what you would think of my ASP saber design once I get here. Lol. I'm looking forward to that. I watch every video on YouTube every day about Saberforge or Ultrasabers. Doesn't matter who makes it, I watch the whole video, even the ones I don't like. I watch your video as well. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I will 100% sure will view your video as well. So bring it on. Then we have another guy here. It's called Ferchitsu Vlogs. He's actually a very big YouTuber who also do custom saber reviews in his own language. I think it's Spanish. I think he's from Brazil. I think he's Brazilian. And he said, great video, can't wait for mine to arrive, still on 10 weeks of my wait. I know how that feels. It feels horrible, but you will get it soon. It's a really cool saber. The red is amazing. It feels much nicer in the hand than it actually looks like. It looks like it's gonna be some weird design and it does feel clunky, etc. But once you hold it in your hand, it feels very natural. It's a very good saber design, actually. We've got some more online replies. Oh yeah, Army Medic 9075 is just replying. I just replied your matches live, so hopefully you see that. And then Ro also said, oops, I was referring to the weapon story, not the figure. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I would like to get my hands on the Elite Praetorian Guard double blades lightsaber dagger sword. I definitely would like to get my hands on that and do a review on that. I love these blade builder stuff and these cool Star Wars licensed stuff because they're really fun, and my son loves them as well. He also said, loved your Saberforge review of a crappy product, very fair and candor. It was very great and timely. Well, thank you very much. I think actually a lot of people are currently liking the type of feedback about Saberforge, Ultrasabers, Sabersmiths for that matter, because there's a lot of new people coming to the hobby that needs to be educated. And there's equally a lot of people dissatisfied with either Ultrasaber, Saberforge, or another saber company or Sabersmith, and they try to start voicing that out more and more on the Facebook groups, which is often being shut down by the admins who is friends with either Sabersmith or Saber company, so nobody really can put their feelings and frustrations too much out, because those comments, those topics get cut off quite quickly. So that's why I like to share that on my YouTube videos, so everybody can still be open-minded, make their own decision. I don't say you have to share my vision or my opinion. You can have your own opinion. You're free to do that, as long as you're constructive as well and keep it nice. I'm not calling you out. I'm not saying your mother is this or that, so I don't appreciate if you do that with me as well. Yeah, there's in general a very big group of people now that just want to know what is really going on and what is the underlying reasons, and why is there such a monopoly, because it really comes up now. That whole monopoly comes up because it's a really the custom saber industry is a really $1,000,000 industry by now. It's really not a child's play anymore, and you can see that at the prices back of these lightsabers, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 US dollar, commissioned by people also in that price range. It's not cheap, people. This is not a cheap hobby. It's very expensive. There are literally thousands and thousands of people into this hobby, and more people getting into this hobby. So yes, there's a monopoly. People are defending their products, their company, the assets, and they use foul play. So yes, I try to bring that in my videos to a light, and I'll let you decide if you agree with that or not. So next step, we had a feedback on the Saberforge the Truth video that I did a while ago. Elvin is saying the Saberforge electronics is neat but unreliable. Ultrasabers electronics are a mess but reliable. I keep repairing my Saberforge because the wiring keeps shorting out. The only advantage of Saberforge is to look closer. It looks closer to a Star Wars universe lightsaber, but when you want an Ultrasaber, it's the way to go. Saberforge is just for display. Although I did my Saberforge hate videos recently, I have to say the following. Sabers are fantastic for heavy dueling. Every hilt they have is designed with in mind for heavy dueling. That's why the pieces, how they are made, is often a single piece. They're not much loose glued on greeblies, etc. They're streamlined. They're missing a lot of the CNC cut milling ish designed elements that Saberforge has in favor for heavy dueling. Saberforge goes more for the Star Wars, the Old Republic style, more for the looks. Still have very good dueling sabers as well, but in general the Elite Saber line is the most riddled line, that has the highest iffy grade, where some things are good, some things are bad. Both have shitty electronics. I cannot forgive Ultrasabers for having an LED unit not secure with an retention screw in 2017. We're almost in 2018. Unforgivable. Ultrasabers, it's horrible. Both Ultrasabers and Saberforge has their soundboard options, both without a proper chassis. Also unforgivable, and this time it's not of this time anymore. It's just horrible. We got some more replies in the chat. Army Medic says, like me in law, I was initially worried about Saberforge, but so far so good, knock on wood. I do it for you as well. It might be very good, guys. It might be having some issues. It's also a matter of perspective and the way you look at it, and what you like and what you don't like. So that's always get into play. And so I cannot say too much. Till Shreba says, would love to have more comparing in the reviews to get a better feel for the different soundboard qualities, structure and construction qualities, handling qualities, etc. Also, if you can heavily duel with the sabers. Okay, I will definitely do that. I do it more of a separate base, so when I do a lightsaber review I compare it to some other hilts in terms of size, etc. I can do some more comparison videos in feel and handling. I can do that as well. I also can do some dueling videos, but I have to be a little bit mindful, because often when I buy a lightsaber I have the mind to resell it again, so I can purchase another lightsaber for a review. So I cannot ding it up, I cannot scratch it up, and sometimes I get a review sample, so in those cases I can definitely not scratch it up, and then I just have to be a little bit more cautious with what I do with those lightsabers. Same account for spinning. If I go crazy with spinning and it drops on the ground and it breaks all kinds of internals, I cannot resell that saber anymore, and I need to fix it first. So yeah, there's a reason why that happens at times. Let's go a little bit down. We have some more replies here. The Electrosabers. Oh yeah, guys, there's, I believe it's tonight is the live stream from Ultrasabers where they're gonna do the review of their new lightsabers. If you've not watched yet, or it's not live yet, make sure to watch it. Really cool. I'm really looking forward to their new design. But I got some replies on the existing videos that I have, the Ultrasabers Torrent and the Ultrasabers Errant videos that I did recently. Ultrasabers is a game changer, absolutely. Price wise, quality wise, and the electronics install with the Bluetooth and the integration of the app is fantastic. Recently I saw some other people also did a review on the Ultrasabers Torrent, I believe, and I felt it was a little bit less positive from their point of view. I felt like they had a little bit too much remarks about the Saber. I don't fully agree with it. I think comparing to Saberforge, Ultrasabers and some other brands, they do a top-notch job. So it's just really fantastic sabers. I wish I could own one of those. Hopefully in one day I will own the Ultrasabers Torrent, or maybe the new upcoming Saber. Really looking forward to it. I got some more online replies, so let's delve into that as well. Nathan Rosen is saying, I love my US Dark Prophecy Tri-Consular Green, and this thing is bright, even with the heavy grey blade. What is the brightest blade you have encountered? That would be my Wonderforce Photon blade with an Ultrasabers blue LED. For some reason the blue LED from Ultrasabers, I think it was a 9 watt LED or maybe 6 watt. It was just super bright, like ridiculous bright. For an inhaled LED, that was really crazy bright. Now the brightest thing I've experienced was the Makato lightsabers from Makato Tsai. In Hong Kong there's a group of guys that do sparring with them. I've sparred with them, and I had a chance to play with their lightsabers, and those lightsabers are ridiculous bright. If you want the brightest lightsaber, go for a Makato Stringlet blade. You cannot beat Stringlet blades. Even in this day and age, Stringlet blades are fantastic. It might be that NeoPixel blades can overrule the brightness of the Stringlet blades, but I think Makato is still the unparalleled king of the brightest lightsabers out there. It's just crazy bright. And then we also have Mac. You're gonna get one of those mystery sabers from US or Saberforge. Oh, actually, if you watch the video, you could see I did an unboxing of an Saberforge mystery box, and I got a Saberforge Juggernaut from that. That was pretty cool. So that was a pretty good thing to do. I might do more of them because I think it's bang for bucks with Saberforge. You pay $125 US, and then you get a guaranteed stun saber, and it's still cheaper than buying it retail. And I think if there's an I'm not sure if that's true, but if Saberforge also have a discount, if you can apply it over the mystery box, it's even cheaper. Then you pay maybe $90 US or $95 US for either an apprentice hilt or maybe an elite hilt. Even if it's just a stunt hilt, maybe probably you don't get the soundboard, but let's say it's just a stunt setup, it's still fantastic. It's a good deal. Some more replies. This is regarding the video with Jordan Mall. Jordan Mall had some issues with the commissions recently, and more and more people I see popping out with feedback. People getting more polite about it. I saw some new post after the original post was is now deleted or is blocked or closed. I saw some other people making more posts about Jordan Mall, but they don't explicitly say his name anymore. As there's a courtesy for him. Jordan made a new video doing one of his custom saber reviews. He's going into a different direction with his company, and I think that's a really good thing for him. He's gonna sell off the shelf pre-configured pre-assembled lightsaber. So he's gonna do a commission. He's gonna assemble a lightsaber that to his liking, so he just make one with a crystal review, or he use this hilt or that hilt and just install it, put it on his website, up for sale, and you can purchase that. And I think that is a much better model for him and for anybody else, because it's on the YouTube, it's on this website. Then you pick which lightsaber you like, and you pay the price that he's asking for it, and you get it within a week or so. I think that's a really good idea from him to actually go with that going forward. And he's also going to more in the Saberforge, the lightsaber parts. So let's say kill keys and the 3D printed chassis that he has. So I think he's making a right choice there. And it's not purely on him. I think people just have a high expectation when you pay $500-600 US up front. They just want to see that money back in some shape or form, ideally of course in the form of the lightsaber. So yeah, if they need to wait 10 months, 1 year without proper communication, I can fully understand that you get very worried. It's a lot of money, and Jordan is going to a new direction, and it will be better for everybody. And Question Max says, Jordan is only human, come on. Absolutely agree with that. He's a human, he's a father, he's taking care of his children, but he also in his video said that what he's doing is his business, and he has a business partner, and he treated it as a business. So that from that part, it's also, you need to be more strict and just treat it as a business transaction. And from that perspective, it was unforgivable, but it's now done and dusted. He made this video, he's going to different directions, so I basically would say this is the end of the story. So it probably won't ever get in the same situation with him anymore, because he won't be in that field of commissions anymore. So yeah, that's all we can say about that. Got some more replies. We got Chris Cloud, good name. Would be a good budget to buy a custom saber from a sabersmith. I'm not sure what you mean with that. Are there any other good well-known European sabersmiths other than JQ Sabers? Well, yes. KR Sabers, Call. Well, Call is a little bit hard to catch nowadays because he's very busy, and he's a little bit picky on his commissions, because very good reasons, as I just discussed that. For said reasons, he's very picky on what kind of commissions he take, how long you need to wait for it. And there is another sabersmith called Ben Hobbies. I think he operates from France, and he is also a very high-end custom installer, and he is actually one of the persons that helped Jordan Mall doing some commissions, or even Jordan Mall's own personal lightsabers commissions. So that is a good option. Then we have a Dmitry Shok. I think he's a Russian fellow, not really European, I'm sorry. Never mind, it's not European. And then there's one other guy, and I highly recommend you avoid it at all costs. I forget his name, something Italian, Fitresi an Italian name. Avoid that guy as the plague. It's a scammer. It's such a scrummy guy. He's still operating. It's just a crappy guy. Next reply from ROC. Not many people have a review on Sabermach. Very expensive, but look very nice. The sabers, not too bad, not really accessible for North America. Actually, they jumping into the they try to get into the US markets by teaming up with TSL. So now they have the sponsorship with TSL, and that's why recently you saw the video on the Saber Legion where they did a review for the Sabermach saber suddenly, because they got a free review sample, etc. You know how these kind of deals work. Really cool sabers. I have a bunch of saber reviews lined up for Sabermach, but those will only be available by the end of this year, so because of my weekly schedule. So you just have to wait for that, and you will see the videos. It's really cool. I also did the Sabermach interview. If you did not see that yet with the owner of Sabermach, you can find it on my YouTube channel. Everybody wants to be a sabersmith, but being a hobbyist customizer is not the way to go. Go pro or just keep it as a cadet's craft upgrade service. I agree. As soon as you start taking commissions and treat it, you take $500-600 because let's be honest, guys. If it was a hobby, you're not gonna charge $200-300 for labor. If it was just a hobby, you would do it either for free or for a very small fee, like a really small fee, because you do it for a hobby. If you need to sustain, I don't know, all kinds of administration costs, costs for high rent or whatever, then you're gonna start to really get into the more expensive ratings, because you need to make a living out of it, etc. And then you start asking $200 $250 for labor, and I don't think that's really considered prices for a hobby anymore. I consider that is just treating it as a business. But yeah, anyway, and then we have some replies here. See, okay, Plague Jaw, he's also a YouTuber doing lightsaber reviews. If you want to check him out, go to his YouTube channel. He is saying communication should definitely be number one with these commissioned saber builders. Absolutely, it should be a very close relationship. I had a very good relationship with Todd Johnson from Dart Alice, because I spent a lot of money. I need to pay a lot of money, and by having that very good relationship, having casual talks, having the feel and love for the hobby from both ways, and he did it very gracefully and said, okay, we talked about how to go in, which direction, what is possible, what's not possible, blah blah blah, and so we had updates, and it just moved on and moved on, and I never had any moment during that 9 or 10 months commission period that I was left out without communication. Never. And he did a fantastic job, and that should be done with all these other guys as well. So yeah, communication is very important. Like with Kaizen Sabers, I've been going back and forth in emails with Chad for one of his sexy dark side combos. I don't know if he's not busy, if he's not as busy, and that's why he's able to respond daily, but that it gives a sense of relief. Absolutely. I actually talking with the same person, Chad from Dark Side Sabers, because I also commissioning a Dark Side Saber from him, and I cannot wait for it. Absolutely super excited for that saber. I have a lot of communication with him. He always give updates like, hey, I'm working on this saber now. Same for Sabertrio. These guys are like, hey, listen, Jeroen, we're now working on your batch. It will be done this and date, and we will be shipping this and this date. And they actually do it, and that's really important, because that makes the difference between a smooth running company that you can trust and you feel trusted with to spend more and more money on, or a person where you get frustrated with and you don't know what's going on and it's fake and months on end nothing happening. That is a big difference. And then he says, however, with these companies is that they have manpower and resources. I expect a lot better and consistency and control of quality. But I have my share of slip-ups. Saberforge. It's 2017 and don't have a live chat capability. Yeah, unforgivable. Like, what the freak? I mean, live chat, man. Come on, they need to have that. It's so much easier than emailing, waiting for a week. You don't know what's going on. You cannot post them on Facebook. Nobody replies. It's just fucking shit. And then, well, 1 to 3 days, that's actually very fast. For me, it's most of the time more than a week before I get a reply from Saberforge. And it's often like a generic reply as well. So it's like, what do I need to do with this reply? This is not what I asked, like when I punch myself in the face. Then I get the problem of getting my mystery saber sent to me. They seem to be skipped over quality control since it had been consult. Thankfully, The only problem I had with Ultrasabers was during my first purchase. A Dark Mantis arrived in June 2017. I had asked one of their reps in email beforehand if the Dark Catalyst pommel would fit the Mantis. The woman told me that it would fit. However, she neglected to tell me that there was a good 1 inch of vertical gap between where the hilt shroud ends and the pommel began. Basically, the pommel wasn't thick enough. I contacted the rep about the issue and said me, you should have asked me for recommendations. Yeah, this line here, typical Ultrasabers. I'm swearing, guys, I've seen the same thing before. They basically telling their clients off by stating, oh, you wanted to have this and this, oh, you should have asked me that for recommendations. I've seen the exact same line people complain about, including I have seen it myself in an email. They're so laid back and they're very fast. Ultrasaber is super fast, like super fast service, like you get your saber super fast, but the level of friendliness and their way of surfacing is not very good, to be honest. It's just pretty poopy. And then he goes into this rant here. If you guys want to read it, just go to the custom lightsaber drama video and just read the comments. I don't read all the bad stuff here, but it's true, guys. It's sometimes with these companies, it's just cringy as freak. And then we have a whole bunch of comments regarding the custom saber thing, and some people that also had commissions from Jordan, but let's leave that for now. We bury the sand there because he basically says he's going into a different direction. So and then we have some bunch of replies here, and it's I have a lot of replies that I have to go through, so I just gonna stick it. Let's keep it here. This is enough replies. Let me finish with some replies in the chat, and then next time we do more live replies to your comments. Let's see what you guys say. Army Medic says evil will always win over good because good is dumb. Yeah, true. My first order only took of 9 days from order to holding the saber hands. I know this isn't the standard though, I just got lucky. Was it with the Ultrasabers or the Saberforge? If it's with the Ultrasabers, I would say yeah, that's definitely making sense. With the Saberforge, it's on average between 2 and 3 months. Chris Cloud, what would be a good price range if I would expect to spend with a custom sabersmith? Good price. To be honest, a commission between 150 to 150 US dollar is quite average for a better sabersmith. For let's say a Nano Biscotti installation, or a soundboard alike. If it's like a Pico Crumble or just a stand setup, yeah, don't pay 150 200 US dollar. I have to say I like RVG custom saber installations. I think their prices are very fair. Actually, I was quite pleasantly surprised with the prices he asked for commissions. Some of the things were a little bit more expensive because there was like very labor intensive. Some things I asked and I had to pass on that because it was just too expensive for me. Then there's another question from Silsiblas. Any experience with slim sabers? They're from Spain. No, never heard of them. I would love to get my hands on more European saber company sabers, because I also recently saw some new company in Italy, and they had really nice streamlined lightsabers. Europeans in general, like myself, we have, especially in Italy, France, and like these kind of countries, we have a very different mindset on designs. Our designs are quite different. And that gives more variations to the lightsaber landscape, so that's really cool. In Asia in general, it's more streamlined, and then you have to think about more of the saber mach types of lightsabers. colorful, anodized, very thin and small, smaller, because including myself, although I live here in Hong Kong, I'm quite a small guy. I'm 1.76 centimeters long, so I'm not really that tall, but the average person here is around my length, so we in general need longer lightsabers. In the US it's more bigger, like massive. Sometimes just look at the Ultrasaber Saberforge, it's a chunkier lightsaber, and in Europe it's in between, so it's in between the slim sabers in Asia and the American sabers. Like the Americans, we like to have our lightsabers more accurate to actual lightsabers, so less anodizing, in outrageous colors, etc. Still intriguing design elements, so we just don't like the plain stuff in general. In Europe, like most of the European designers want to have some sort of uniqueness added to the lightsabers, so that's really cool as well. And yeah, I really enjoy seeing all those different design elements from different makers in different places in the world and then coming together. It's really cool, actually. Yeah, let me know, make a video of it. If you get one of their sabers, just make a video of it, because you will help the community, you help these guys, including yourself, watching all these videos, to see if it's worth to spend the money on it. And sometimes we just have to be the first, we just have to take a dive in the deep water and be the first one to try it out. Financially it's sometimes a little bit scary because you're going to spend money on it, but it might be something that's really good and cool, and it can even help said company to really elevate and become a much bigger and well-known company by making these videos. And then basically saying whatever you think about it. Is it good? Is it bad? And why? And then last thing, I just want to do one comment here, which is deeply going to my heart. I already said it a few times, and then we're gonna wrap up the video. Dark Knight 18 says, order from Saberforge directly, not from Etsy. And then this person say, why? I also would say, like Pepe, why would you not order from Etsy? Order from Etsy is actually a lot safer, because you have protection by Etsy, because Saberforge operates under the banner of Etsy, so they need to oblige with all the rules and regulations from Etsy for a company to run their company on the Etsy website. So you get protected by Etsy. Then when you make the payment, you are protected by PayPal, right? You pay with PayPal, and then underlying, if you have your credit card associated with PayPal, you also have protection from your credit card company. So you have protection from the core, your credit card, PayPal, Etsy, and then hopefully Saberforge, their custom services. So you have four points where you have protection if something went wrong with the quality of the lightsaber, or if something is wrong with the warranty, or a saber get lost in shipping. If that's the case, you also have like insurance from the shipping company, let's say DHL or FedEx or whatever. So yeah, I would say, if you can buy it from Etsy, I recommend that, because you have the extra security in there, and it does not affect the lead times for ordering. It does not affect anything else, because it comes from the same warehouse in Aragon in US. It comes just from the Saberforge warehouse, and this is confirmed by Daniel Lane, who used to work for Saberforge. So this is a really trustworthy source. It's not a different place where they stock up pre-assembled lightsabers for the Etsy store. That's not the case. It's just same shop, same company, comes from Saberforge directly from the warehouse, sold through the Etsy website. So I would say, whenever you feel uncomfortable with Saberforge and you want to get the protection, or you're just not sure, go with Etsy. Order your Saberforge saber through Etsy. You have a little bit less of an option though, because you don't have all the customization options or all the color options that they have on the main website. But if you're already firm on what lightsaber you want to get, and it's on the Etsy website as well, get it from there. I highly recommend to do that over just ordering it directly from Saberforge whenever you can. The downside as well is if you want to collect Saberforge points for discounts. But it depends on how much you want to buy from Saberforge, how frequent, etc. So The discounts work for both Saberforge website and Etsy website. So if there's a 50% discount on the Saberforge website, that discount code can be used on Etsy as well, in case you did not know. Cool. So that's it, guys. Hope you like this live commenting video. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of them, and hopefully gonna try to keep doing it as much as possible, because I know you guys do a lot of responses, you leave a lot of comments, and I really want to make sure to respond all of your comments and go over them. If you have any further questions, just leave it in the comments, like make a Q&A out of it. Just ask me anything in the comment sections, whatever you want to know of me, and I probably will cover that in the next video. And that's it. Next week we'll have a whole bunch of new videos, of course. So that's good. I'm gonna prepare for my nappy time, because I have to work quite early tomorrow, and not looking forward to it. Not that it's horrible, but oh well, this is Monday again, huh? Almost Monday. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next week. And as always, stay scummy. Have a good day, good night, good evening, good morning, and bye bye.